Hello, friends. Welcome to Squared Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be doing a fun autumn cooking theme for next week in my hourly lined dashboard layout. So come plan with me. And I've got these mild liners here ready to go, along with a few washi tapes I'll be using, some die-cut PET stickers, and a few Happy Planner sticker books, which I'll pull from. Okay, let's start off by laying down some wax paper to work out the next week's design. I feel like this theme really kind of has I don't know, maybe Williams Sonoma vibe to it. I always think about cooking and all of the cute utensils and stuff they have there in the fall when they have just the warm colors and I don't know, like the copper pots and all that good stuff. So that was the initial vibe that I was going for this spread. I have some of these kitchen cooking stickers that I got from Journal Say, along with a couple of branch stickers as well with some fall foliage on it. And that's going to be the heart of the design. I started laying in some of the stickers where I thought I could fit them and have a lot of decor, but not compromise too much on functional space. I am using my hourly dashboard lined layout, as I mentioned in the beginning, and it is a very functional spread for me, but I just love creative decor in my spreads. So I'm working around it, trying to make it work and also give me some, excitement and fun to look at while I am doing all the work of my weekly plans. So just trying to work out, like I said, the layout here. Again, thinking about functionality, what won't encroach upon any of that space that I really need to make this planner spread work for me. I am creeping in a little bit into my weekly schedule there at the top, but I have not been getting up before 7 a.m. at all. So I think I can push into the times there on the weekend, especially. Also, maybe even a little bit in the early week. So that'll be helpful. And then really late in the evening, I have been working, but on the weekends, I think, again, I have a little bit more freedom there to push some stickers into those spots. And now I'm trying to add in some of this washi tape, and I have used quite a bit of my open space for the decor, so I'm trying to figure out how to sneak some washi tape in here without it being too obtrusive on my space. This washi tape is a really fun one too. It has different recipes for baking items, kind of like vintage style recipes. So I thought that was a perfect match for these stickers and this theme. So I've laid one slightly diagonal on the spine of the spread. I have a little bit more room in that margin area, so I thought it would be a good way to add this in without taking up too much space. I'm liking it so far. I like that it's slightly off kilter. Makes it a little bit more interesting to look at than just a straight up and down lay-in. And I wanted to add a little bit more, so I'm going to try to mimic that same angle but in the corners just to have that repeating pattern. That always helps make a spread feel a little more cohesive. It's something I like to do if I have something on at once. I like to have it a couple more times just to give that repetition and make things look a little more interesting. So I ended up measuring what I thought was a good angle. I snipped it off and then cut it in half diagonally to fit in each corner. And I think that's going to work. It's not quite perfect, I noticed now that I'm looking at it on screen, but it felt pretty equal as far as the angle when I was setting it in. It's a very minor, maybe angle off, but I'm okay with it. I think it looked pretty good when I was setting it up. So I've laid it in, and now I'm going to start actually taking the backings off of some of those PET stickers and laying those in as well, just cementing the design. Right now, everything still has its backer on it, so it's a little more fluid, and I can still move things around without things being committed. So now I'm trying to set things in place to make it a little bit easier when I transfer this over to the actual pages. And I'm thinking this looks pretty good. I'm going to, like I said, commit some items here to the page. I think I'm going to do this first and then try to add in a few more items like some more washi tape and maybe some box stickers for focuses on specific days where it fits in. I am trying to balance out the decor on the spread as best I can. Some tips I have for balancing decor is think in triangles, think in odd numbers as well. You can do a very symmetrical spread where, everything's very even and in the exact same place, just right, left, right, left. And that looks good. It tends to be a little bit more boring than if you work in threes and odd numbers, which has a more organic feel to it and a little bit more interest to it as well. So I'm bringing in some boxes right now from the dried floral sticker book. I just saw some colors in there that I thought would match up really nicely with this layout. So I'm going to try to work some boxes in. Not exactly sure where and how just yet, but we'll get it going. And I placed this PET sticker right on top of that noted header on the box, and you really can't see it through the sticker. One of the great things about PET stickers is that they have a very opaque, ink on them. They layer really nicely. There's not a lot of transparency, so you're not seeing everything, layered through like onion layers. It's definitely a little bit more opaque, so things have depth to them. And I really, really, really like that about PET stickers versus like the clear stickers that you would get in your normal sticker book. So I've laid it in a few boxes. I also added a little reminder half circle down there. And now I'm in another Happy Planner sticker book. I believe this is Cooking 101. And I'm going to try to sneak out this quote. It has some strawberries connected to it, which I don't want as part of the theme, but I really liked the quote, and the black writing and everything was just perfect for the spread. And I think I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to drop it in without those strawberries and see how it looks. I like the positioning of it there on the right. Now I'm trying to work in some washi tape. So I started to lay in the two that I pulled, and I really like the plaid washi just because of the colors, and then just has some fall vibes to it, which I thought was nice with the spread. But I also pulled a kind of neutral script washi, which it was just a little too close, I felt like, in color, maybe. Maybe that's what I didn't like about it. And grabbed another one out of my stash, which is a little bit more, saturated. And I liked that better. I was in between. I mean, I probably could have used the other one and would have been fine, but I think I wanted a little bit more color on the spread. And the saturation of that one just upped the warmth and the vibes that I was kind of feeling like I wanted for the spread. So I've added a little bit of washi tape down on the bottom on the left, layered that up, and now I'm going to try to spread a couple more spots with washi tape around here. Again, thinking in threes, thinking in triangles. You can really see how that comes into play when I'm laying in this washi tape. Since I have one on the bottom, I have one on the side, and I'm going to put one on the top. And like I said, if you wanted to draw lines between them, you could draw a triangle and kind of see how they relate to each other versus all stacked on top of each other or all on one side. If that makes sense, if you can visualize that. So I'm liking this. I think everything looks really good so far. So let's go ahead and start moving things over to the actual paper. Try to move things over in clumps. Doing my best to keep things nice and straight, which is a bit of a challenge. But again, just really love the vibes of this. It's just, I don't know why I didn't do this before. There's some really cute stickers in here, and I've had them in my stash for a little bit, but I just didn't really come up with a really good theme in the past. So I'm liking this combination of the fall feels with the cooking theme and just all the little delicacies that go with this vibe. Trying to lay in that washi tape across the spine. Pretty sure I ended up adjusting the angle a little bit from where it was on the washi tape, on the wax paper, I mean. So you can see it looks even a little less angular than it did when I had it there on the wax paper. So just working that in, trying to line things up, make sure there's no weird wrinkles or anything when I move things over. And if you want to see how I actually use this spread and plan in it, I always showcase my after the pen spreads in my flip through videos each month. It's a fun way just to see the actual planning part of my setup. I don't want to bore you guys with, weekday planning because everybody's life's different and you will all use it differently. But if you just want to see it in action, like how this setup translates into a functional spread for me, do check out those videos. That's the best place to see. And then if you ever have any questions on how I'm using something, feel free to reach out in the comments below. I'll be happy to give you guys all the details. I just love helping people use their planners to the fullest. So anything that I can do and share that will help you, I am happy to do so. So I think we've got pretty much everything moved over. Let's go ahead and start trimming off all of the excess pieces. Sorry if some of this is off camera. I had to move my camera around for the last video I did, which was like a full face video, which is new for me. And so I think things got a little bit off, and I'm used to it covering a little bit more of the bottom part of my desk setup. So sorry again about that being off camera for you guys. Just finishing up the trimming. I already separated the pages, and now I'm just kind of cleaning up those edges. I was going to try to reuse some of these like leafy branch trimmings, but the angle wasn't quite right when I started to lay them in, so I just decided to let them go. There wasn't much trimmed off anyway, so it wasn't too big of a waste of sticker. And now I'm going to go ahead and punch through these holes here. I am using the pink punch, and it is so much better than my blue punch. So excited I have this in my stash now. It makes cleaning out holes so much easier. So much easier. Last step will be to add in some bullet points using the mild liners that I pulled to coordinate. Pulled a brown and kind of a golden tan tone for the bullets that I think will be very cute. And once I'm done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, to go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch or have any questions. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye.